Shifu in the building. Defibrillator representing. Yeah. Everything we are is sacred from a grand design. And every answer is right there, we have to seek and find. I'm gonna have an empress, yeah, and she gonna be divine. I've transcended speaking tongues, I'm speaking space and time. Trace the line, face the mind in the mirror. In case the minds don't speak any clearer. Yeah, the day has come that we all feared but expected. History coming full circle. You better check.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy. Holla at me. I'm hollering back at you already. So, happy 2026. This is actually my first video of the new year. So, yeah, hope everybody's doing all right. Hope y'all are in good health and good spirits. So, yeah, before I get started, I want to ask you how y'all been? How's y'all's 2026 going? Is everybody doing okay? Yeah? No? Maybe? That's all good. Well, I hope you guys are doing okay, and I hope we're all getting off to a good start to the year. Apologies for the I'm a little clogged up. My sinus. This weather. Well, y'all know how Ohio is sometimes. Weather's up and down real bad, so my sinuses are acting up a little bit. But anyway, I'm still talk to you. Hope you listen. So we're gonna talk about intimacy and what it means to be intimate, just in general. No, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, "Oh, well, he's is some love type." No, nah, I'm not on that. I'm just reading the vibes, reading the vibe. Just it's all about the energy. Next time it might be about romantic shit. I don't know. Probably not. Nah, but just in general. Yeah. So the definition of the word, I think some people actually have. I don't want to say a misunderstanding of the literal definition of it, but I think when their misconception of the definition in like real time, yeah, that definitely that factors into it a lot. So I'm gonna read you the definition right quick, and then we'll go from there. Marked by warm friendship developing through long association. That's the definition of intimate. So what does that mean? What you mean? What does that mean? It's damn simple. I know, but I'm just saying some people might want a little bit of an explanation. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Anyway, so yeah, so like friendship, not friend zone, not friend zone, not friend zone at all. So yeah, it's a friendship marked by a warm friendship. That's a very good adjective. Developing through long association. I mean, it goes through. There's a couple other little things. One's engaged in, involving, or marked by sex or sexual relations. That's where everybody else. That's where we all go. That's the default. It is what it is. I'm not arguing that. Uh, for most of us, that is the default. When we hear the word intimate, it usually brings a romantic vibe in our minds, and we take it from there. And we react appropriately, however we feel like we need to react at that point. Anyway, that's not what it really is all about. See, when you take it from that level and you only keep the sexual aspect of the intimacy, well, yeah, you're gonna get what you get. Don't complain. I didn't. I just left. But it was funny. You let me say it. But yeah, just being intimate on an energetic level, it's got to start. You got to start with yourself, and from there you can navigate it however you want to. But being vulnerable, being authentic with yourself, the person you look in the mirror at every day, every day. That's where it starts. And I think a lot of us may take certain things of that for granted. And there's a lot of reasons why. I can think of about 100 social media apps that are reasons why, it's hard to be intimate with people just in general, and be able to connect on a genuine level and be authentic. There's a lot of reasons. Society itself has just turned itself, it's upside down from where it needs to be. Point blank period. It is what it is. It's not, and growing up in the 80s, 70s kid growing up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Reaganomics was rampant, but we were still playing in the streets. To me, that is intimate. That's warm friendship developing through long association. And like I look out the window sometimes and I'm like, I don't see no kids after school. And that's the society that we live in. Things aren't as intimate. All right. So yeah, but the thing about intimacy is honestly that nowadays people just don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to look at they don't want to look at the big picture and say, well, I really want genuine connections with people. So maybe I should start being a little more vulnerable myself and taking the chance on being possibly rejected by somebody. It's not easy. Not easy to walk into a room and think they might all reject me, but they might all love me too. So, when we do that and we take we take the high road and we look at it and we go, all right, well, yeah, they could all hate me, but they could all love me. I could walk in here and find 2 or 3 people that I'm cool with and I rock with them, and we can network and we can start building some shit. And that's where, if you have an intimate relationship with yourself, you can be confident enough to walk into that room and be okay walking right the fuck back out after you just got rejected by everybody in there. But that takes a level of shadow work, real world applications. You got to actually figure out how to navigate that to where you can get to that point. It doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's one of those things that we definitely don't take for granted because everybody's screaming for it. But I think just screaming for it and then actually taking that energy and applying it into action is where some of us, potentially fall short, and we get stuck in that, we get stuck in those karmic loops and cycles. Next thing you know, 5 years done went by and you're like, I thought I was trying. This is what I've. So yeah, it's especially right now I know a lot of us have been feeling it the last, we'll say 6 months or so, back to like, September, October, 4, 5, 6 months ago, whatever. And the energy just like, we're going into the age of Aquarius and it's about to be a bumpy fucking transition. That being said, make sure you are in tune with your star motherfucking player. Check your chakras at the door every time you walk through one. And try to find ways to be more intimate with yourself and with each other. Sometimes it takes a little space, a little grace. kicking somebody out of your face. Obviously, respect your boundaries. Make sure they respect them too. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways that you can approach finding ways to be intimate with people, because there's a bunch of different levels of intimacy, you know. So meet them where you're at. Allow them to do the same. Maybe we'll start meeting each other a little better. But yeah, so that's all I got. You want to say anything to the kids? Nah, he ain't. He's kind of quiet today, so like I said, that's why this is kind of quick. But yeah, thanks for listening. It's your boy Shifu. I love you guys. If you got anything else that I left out, put it in the comments. Like, follow, subscribe, share. Talk to each other in the comments. Like, let's build. Let's do it. Anyway, I'll holler at y'all later. Talk to you when I see you.
I provide presence over performance. Rekindle the bromance. No more ice agents swarming. Jesus talking loud as fuck. How you niggas ignore?